Hi, hello, how are you? I'm future Alex. Nice to meet you. Welcome to my booktube, if you're new here. I hope you're doing well, and if not, I'm sorry. I hope things get better. I understand. I feel for you. I totally get it. This week I did a vlog where I read Red, White, and Royal Blue, and I kind of film my whole week doing the reading. I hope you enjoy. I had fun reading romance. It was my first romance in a few years, and I forgot that it's just free serotonin, pretty much. So yeah, enjoy. I thought that for this week I will do something extra fun. I'm going to do a vlog where I read Red, White, and Royal Blue and One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. I don't typically read romance, so I'm super excited for these. I've heard a lot of good stuff about it, especially One Last Stop. So many people love it, and it's a book that I was excited for to come out. I'm gonna start with Red, White, and Royal Blue because I have a copy right here. I'm borrowing this from my cousin, and I think it's gonna be a quick read, and it's gonna be a fun light week, especially because I read like 3 heavy books in a row. So I'm super excited for this, and then I'm going to read One Last Stop on my Kobo because I have it as an ebook. So yeah, I'll check in when I've done some reading. It's Monday, by the way. See you later. So it's now Tuesday, and I got a bit of reading done last night and this morning. I think I'm about 50 pages through Red, White, and Royal Blue. So far, I'm liking it. Alex is such a drama queen, and he's so rude, and I'm kind of loving it. Like I said before, I don't typically read romance, so this is a new genre for me, but I like the energy, and it's very light compared to the last couple of books I've read, so I'm enjoying the change of pace. I just got back from work, so I'm going to eat a snack and do some more reading, and I'll see you later. I love enemies to lovers. Just the tension, it's so good, and the way Alex just passionately hates Henry, it's just like, girl. Okay. I am 108 pages in. So I just finished chapter 4. And at about 100 pages or so, which is the New Year's party shenanigans, I was like, oh my god, the buildup of this book is crazy. Like, you know, they hated each other briefly, and then they kind of became friends, and Alex is kind of denying it, and then he secretly admits to himself that, yeah, you know what, he does like talking to Henry. And it's just like so much tension and buildup, and you're like, when is something gonna happen? Something happened. And I'm just like, the way, just like, it's just pounced on you. It's just so good. Like, I can't wait to continue reading this. I'm probably gonna spend the rest of the day reading this before I have to go to bed. And I'm definitely going to be reading this all morning before work. I'm gonna wake up early so I can read more of this, as I usually do. I will go for now, and I will probably see you tomorrow. My boyfriend's sitting in the corner to make fun of me while I film this. Okay guys, it's Wednesday, and I'm gonna do a cheeky little grocery haul for you guys. Okay, so I've been looking for this for ages, and I finally found it. I guess I was just looking in the wrong place. And it's this stuff, this Japanese rice seasoning called nori, which is just like sesame seeds, salt, seaweed, and pepper, I think. Anyway, it slaps, so I'm excited for that. And then I got these chickpea snacks, which are chili lime flavored. So I'm really excited to try that. They're new. They didn't have them before, and they're gluten-free, so perfect for me. And I bought 2 bite brownies, of course. And this stuff is so good. I tried it for the first time in my second year, and I got it from Whole Foods. And I didn't see it anywhere else, and I don't go to Whole Foods because Amazon bought it. And I found it at Loblaws today, and it's this vegan gluten-free cookie dough, and you can eat it raw, but you can also bake them, and it's so good. I used to eat it directly from the container. And then there was some kombucha on sale, so you know I got kombucha. I got this lychee and jasmine one. I just got corrected. Mango papaya. And this kiwi pineapple one. They had a lot of stuff. I kind of wanted to try the mint and chlorophyll stuff, but I was scared that I wouldn't like it and that it would taste like toothpaste. Because in my mind, anything that's mint flavored is automatically going to taste like toothpaste, even though I like mint chocolate chip ice cream and it doesn't taste like toothpaste. And yeah, I did do some reading at work. I was talking to my friend, and I was telling her about red, white, and royal blue, and I was like, it's so steamy. Like, what the hell? And then she told me that I can't say that it's steamy in a video because I'll get dragged, because she's read other romance and she realized that red, white, and royal blue is kind of tame in comparison, but I never read romance, so it's steamy. In my opinion, it's steamy. And she told me One Last Stop is even steamier, so that's gonna be interesting. I literally had to close the book and put it down yesterday because I was like, okay, that's enough for me for now. Yeah, I don't typically like stuff like that, but I'm enjoying the book. It's fun. I love Alex and Henry together. They kind of remind me of teenagers more than people that are supposed to be in their 20s, to be honest. But that kind of adds to the lighthearted energy of the book. But this made me think of something. If you guys have any romance recommendations with ace characters, I'm really curious to read some of those. I have been recommended some stuff like Alice Oseman's books, but I'm curious to read more and add them to my list, so let me know if you know anything. Do you have anything else to add? He has nothing else to add. No smart Alec comments. There's Hermione! Celebrity op. I'm gonna try the kiwi pineapple kombucha, and then we're gonna read some red, white, and royal blue, baby. I've never tried this before, so. That's really good. I like it because it's nice and fruity, but it's not really sweet. I feel like because of the color, I expect it to taste more juice-like than kombucha-like. But that's actually really good. Cheers. So I'm currently on page 250, so I'm a little more than halfway through, and I'm still loving it. I love the drama that's happening right now. I kind of feel for Alex. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next, and I'm probably gonna finish tomorrow, if not tonight. Sorry, that was my kombucha. Dude, this stuff is really delicious. If you've never had this before, I definitely recommend it. This isn't even sponsored. I'm really loving this right now. I have a feeling I'm gonna like one last stop a little more because, as Joe March said, women, and also it's a little more realistic because it's about regular people, whereas this is about the Prince of England and the president's first son. So, yeah, we'll see. I'll see you later. Bye. So, I just finished Red, White, and Royal Blue, and I'm in my feelings. It was good. I don't want to say too much, just because I want to do like a little compare and contrast at the end of this and one last stop, and just talk about my review for both of them. But I really liked the ending. It was just so optimistic and happy. I'm going to start one last stop tonight, so I think I'll probably give you an update tomorrow. So I'll talk to you later. Hey there. Good morning. How are you doing? It's Friday. There's been a change of plans for my little vlog today, or this week. I was initially going to read Red, White, and Royal Blue and One Last Stop, and then I was gonna give a review for both at the end of this vlog and just talk about how I felt about each book, you know? I started One Last Stop yesterday on my Kobo, and I read a few pages before I went to sleep, and it's already super funny, and I already really like it. And then my Kobo stopped working. So I had to get a new one. I won't be able to get it until next week. And I don't like reading ebooks on my phone. I don't even know if you can read OneDrive on your phone, right? Anyway, I don't like reading ebooks on my phone, so I'm going to have to wait until I get that Kobo so that I can read my ebook. I'm going to split this vlog into 2 parts. This is part 1, Red, White, and Royal Blue. And then in part 2, I'll read One Last Stop, okay? Yesterday, I was super in my feelings when I finished this, just because the ending was so happy, and it's so fairy tale-esque. It's actually even more than fairy tale-esque because there's practically no conflict in this. I mean, there's some conflict, but it never lasts, and you know it's just gonna end up good for all the characters involved. The ending of this, I thought it was so sweet and so good. It touched my heart. When I got to the part where they're like fake dating other people because the press is getting too invested in their friendship, and they're like, are Henry and Alex something more? And they're like, oh. So they start fake dating other people so that they could pretend that they really are just friends. And the whole time, like the whole day, when I started reading that part while I was at work, my brain was just going, it was just repeating that one vine in my head over and over, where it's like, 2 bros chilling in a hot tub, 5 feet apart because they're not gay. Which I just felt so accurately described the situation that these 2 characters were in. One of my favorite parts about this book were the emails between Henry and Alex. I just really loved that whole letter idea between 2 characters, and I really like that connection you feel. That was probably what bumped this up from a 3-star to a 4-star for me. Just that email aspect. I felt like we got a much better picture of who Alex and who Henry were as people and how they truly felt about each other. And one of my favorite little bits was at the end of each of their emails, they would add snippets of other people, like famous individuals' letters, royalty, artists, authors, whatever. I just thought it was really, really sweet. And I also love how they sign off their emails to each other. It's just really funny. Like this one, which is from Alex to Henry. P.S. Eleanor Roosevelt to Lorna Hickok, 1933. I miss you greatly, dear. The nicest time of the day is when I write to you. You have a stormier time than I do, but I miss you as much, I think. Please keep most of your heart in Washington as long as I'm here, for most of mine is with you. It's so corny and so good. Oh, and when Alex writes him a list of 20 things that he loves about Henry, it melted my heart. Some things that I wasn't crazy about in this was just, like I said before, there's almost no conflict. Obviously there is conflict because it wouldn't be much of a book without it, but I just felt like everything was resolved so easily and so quickly. So a lot happens in this book, and it's quite long. It's 420 pages. Squirrel fight. It's very fast paced, and obviously I think that adds to the optimism of the book. You know, It's set in a very liberal utopia, and the president is a woman, and she's a Democrat from Texas. Alex was a Democrat, which I honestly found hard to believe. For some reason, the way I pictured him was more Republican. Obviously, he seems like he would be left-leaning, but I just perceived him as a left-leaning Republican, if that even makes sense. I know it sounds oxymoronic, but that's just how I pictured him. I thought the writing in this was super fun. This is the kind of book that you know you're going to enjoy, and then you start it and you're like, yeah, this is decent, and then you're like, okay, this is pretty okay, and then you're like, okay, I'm really invested in these characters and I'm in love, and then by the end of it you're kind of obsessed with it. Another thing I didn't like about it, however, was the political aspect. I mean, obviously that's going to play a huge part in the novel since it's about the first son of the president and the Prince of England, and that's a huge part of the plot, which did make the plot interesting, you know, because they have these kind of fabulous, unattainable lives. Like, they all just hop on planes whenever they feel like and fly to wherever. So that adds to the magic of the story. However, I felt bored reading some of the political aspects because it was too political for me. It was just too much information. And I just kind of found myself glossing over and tuning out while I was reading. But otherwise I really liked it. I love Nora and June. I love their whole friendship dynamic with Henry and Alex. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about that. I'm sorry that I'm not reading One Last Stop in this vlog, but it will happen. I promise, because I already started it and I already like it. So I will pick it up as soon as I get that new Kobo, and I will update you once that happens. So stay tuned for a part 2, and like this video if you like this video. I had a lot of fun filming this. Let me know if there's something else that you want to see me vlog. Subscribe if you want to see more of my content, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.